Education, enlightenment, and expectation has been identified as part of reasons vote buying are flourishing in Nigeria election. Speaking at the first episode of Vote Selling Conversation series ahead of 2023 general election, Ambassador Chibuzo Okereke said, education is important to Nigerian development because it equips people with right mindset. He said people in the rural area must be educated.
Well, I think that to stop, you can't even stop vote buying, but we can try to stop vote selling. Also, vote buying, there are measures being taken now. I think the effort of the central bank, beyond economy and insecurity, we could see is to keep cash away from our system. But when people don't have the cash to do so, they will not be able to do it effectively. But I can tell you, they can devise other means. Even electronic transfers can be made to people. But if we really want to deal with it, we must go to the root. And the root is education. It's not even about addressing poverty. It's about getting people to know. Education is important to national development. It equips people with the right mindset and with the thinking to make a determination for themselves. So we need to go to the grass, because if you look at our exit polls, you will discover that the people in the villages are the ones who turn out the votes more than those in the cities. President Buhari, for instance, in 2019, described FCT, Abuja, as a necessary evil because he lost election here. And a lot of enlightened people are here who believe he has not done well. But if you go to the villages, he got massive votes because what is on the ballot for those villagers are not about competence, about manifesto or capacity to deliver, but some kind of other intervening variables and affinity that deals with religion, our turn, ethnicity, or access to power. So for me, for us to stop this, we need to take education to the people, political education.
Also, Anu Rotimi of Advocacy Center for Accountability Inclusive Development said long and short-term approach should be employed to build new set of leaders.
So there are various factors that actually leads to vote buying in Nigeria, and for example, mentality, the orientation, people feeling that issue of lack of trust in the system is actually one of the key reasons why people sells their vote, and people believe that they can also buy vote. Also, one of the factors that people also over time as kind of demoralized is the issue of lack of access to government, to authority, to be able to hold system accountable. Because when they even try to hold the system accountable, they feel that their questions are not properly answered. Henceforth, they tend to kind of believe that they are separated from all form of governance. So people believe that when they sell their food, they've actually tried to collect what belongs to them. When they have this issue of national cake. And also one of the things why people also sell their votes is because we've not actually been able to train the right types of leaders to take leadership position. And what we need to do, we need to start thinking about creating, change the curriculum of the education so that we can start building, champions, people that examples. We need to start getting leaders, into power, leaders that can, for example, the person that got into power through the not too young to run, right? Sorry. So let them come out and be able to tell their story, how they've been able to, live without, live through the process and being held accountable on their own. But for me, I'm like telling people, I say, look, this monetary policy is good, but people believe that it's, and I'm telling them, and I'm surprised that you want things to work, yet you're against the monetary policy that will help you to cut inflation, help you to live a better life. So we need to, it's going to be gradual, but we will surely get there.
Mukhtar Modibo of Code noted that more sensitization is needed as different types of poverty needed to be tackled as religion, tribal, region politics sentiment must be looked into.
I think we need to sensitize more, we need to engage more, we need to see people the way they are and try to make them understand that what they're doing is wrong, and let's also allow them provide a solution for themselves. And if they provide that solution, let's adopt it and make it a usable thing for us to achieve what we want to achieve. Because ideally, in no way, anywhere there is politics, anywhere there is democracy, vote buying and vote selling happens in, advanced countries. right? But maybe it doesn't happen in our own dynamics. So if there is anything we can do is to sort of localize the problem, like I said earlier, and then provide a local solution. When we were discussing, we tried to define poverty. So to some large extent, I will talk about poverty of the mind, poverty of policies, poverty of the pocket, and then poverty in general. So if you look at the multidimensional poverty index that was released, that's to tell you that there are a whole lot of poverty, like poverty of the pocket. Now, which translates to poverty of the mind and poverty of policies. So the fact that there are no ideologies, but the ideologies that we have are ideologies of religion, ethnicity, and what have you, that is also poverty, because you don't understand system. You feel the system have to be banked on either your family or either your religion or from your state or something.
However, Executive Director of the initiative, Semiye Michael, said the organization is out to find solution to how and change narrative of vote buying and selling.
I'm Semiye Michael, the Executive Director of the initiative. So part of our responsibility is to go to the field and test knowledge and ideas around some of our programmings. And this time around, we're looking at how to ensure that we understand the dynamics behind the vote selling behavior by the citizens. And we needed to ask a lot of questions. Yeah, the popular opinion is the fact that the poverty is primarily responsible. But we need to test this idea and also look at the integrity of every of our election. If vote buying continue to be to dominate the election behavior, then we may be practicing democracy, but in the true sense of it, the integrity of our democracy will continue to be questioned. This is why this conversation for us is important, at least now. Lead different youth groups, organizations, and community networks. They will take the learnings and some of the vital outcomes of our discussion here today to their different groups and platforms to begin to reorientate and empower their own subunits to lead a new conversation and narratives against vote selling behaviors, especially the outcome of 2023 elections is vital to almost every one of us, and the role individual plays is critical. So take home here today is people going back empowered and with new information to drive new narrative of conversation.